Well, I want to show you how to get started using Corel Draw for the laser cutter. Now here it is on this laptop. I have them in the room, and here I am opening. When you first get in, what you'll see is this welcome screen. You probably need to open a new tab at the top here, and it's going to ask you, this one's set for all the defaults are right because the inside of laser cutter is 24 inches wide and 12 inches tall. So that's 2 feet wide and 1 foot tall. And this basically acts like the inside, the bed of the laser cutter. So if you draw something right here, you'll most likely end up cutting it right here inside the laser cutter. Well, not much to it. If you are just trying to get some words, here's how to draw a text box. I clicked on this little A here, and you've got to draw the text box first, and it's very annoying. The letters start being very small. Well, if you select them, you're able to make them larger. 72 point letters are 1 inch tall. So now there my letters are, and what you'll see in the part 2 video is how to have it engrave or raster or cut. But just for now, I want you to just try, and here's a shape. If we were to send this to the laser cutter, it would not cut out a square and cut out these letters. What it would do is it would just raster it in. It would just burn that image right into the laser cutter, or right into your material. Now I've jumped over here to Google Images, and if we want to grab a picture of Batman, what we can do is keep all the detail just by copying, and then I'll go over here and paste that picture. It'll keep all of this detail as it rasters it in. It'll basically try to turn it into a black and white picture. Now if you were to try to cut out a profile of Batman, you're going to need to figure out how to make a fine red line around this. But I'll cover that more in the lesson 2 video. For now, I think what you should try to do is get some words, maybe try to get a picture, and then use the laser cutter. So when you're ready to actually cut with the laser cutter, take a look where you need to go. So I feel like I want to try and just burn this little project here. And get rid of the box. I want to burn these letters and this little picture into a board. Well, I'm going to go to print. It's a very strange setup here. You need to click on print, and on this computer is installed the laser cutter, VLS 3.6. So when you click print, it doesn't send it to the laser cutter. What it does is it sends it to a different program. Down here in the tray, that program is already running. It's called the ULS control panel, and here's what it sends. Now don't worry about the shading being weird here. It will try to shade just like your picture is slightly shaded, but it won't be as bad as it looks in this blocky picture. It is going to try to burn all of this. Well, to get the laser cutter to work, you need to plug this computer into the laser cutter, and this little green arrow will turn green, or this little play will turn green after you've turned it on. So right here will appear a little turn on button after you plug it in and it has initialized. If you look down here and it says initialized or idle, well, you'll be able to turn it on. And then there's just a couple of steps you need to do before you can actually print. Now this seems like a lot, but watch this video, practice it. You'll be able to get it in no time. You're going to need to tell the printer what it is you're cutting. So I clicked on the settings, and if we're just doing wood, here's our materials database. We're going to go to natural wood, and if you don't know what kind of wood it is, maybe just go to general medium wood. You're also going to have to tell it how thick of a piece you have. Now when you're first starting out, this doesn't matter very much. This is very important when you're trying to cut through a material. But right now we're just rastering a little bit. So we just went into the settings right here, and we just set the material type up here, and we just set the material thickness. The other thing you're going to need to do, and I show this or is shown in the next video, is how to set the Z height. So you need the laser to be a certain distance from your material. If it's too close, it'll be out of focus. If it's the right distance, it's focused perfectly and it'll burn really nicely. If it's too far away, it'll be out of focus. So you need to be able to figure out how to get to that correct focus. Once you have the Z height set, you're going to turn on the air filter and hit the play button. But make sure you watch that next video because it shows you exactly how to set the Z height.